There's certain people I meet where it's like, whoa, okay. And you're one of those.
Well, I have a very different experience. I only know about you what I've heard. I've never heard your show. I had to ask you, are you Joe? Because
Perfect.
I somehow I knew you were like in the fitness, and everyone out there seems to be a weightlifter. And you're out. Even Danielle seems like she did lower body today. But it's nice to meet you. And people are some people are very, very excited that I've gotten come down here to be on your show. So,
well, you're an interesting guy.
Other people are concerned for me. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah. Legitimately?
I don't know. I don't know why it's the weightlifter thing, because I have no predisposed, I have no premonitions. But when I walk in here and I see all these Hunter Thompson things, I felt automatically like, okay, well, this guy can't be a complete disaster. And then I walk down the hall, and there's Hunter wearing a hat that I gave him.
Oh, that hat with the gun?
Yeah, the one where he's in a cockpit, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's a dog hair hat.
Oh,
That's
wow.
dog hair.
It's made out of dog hair?
Yeah. And
Whoa.
he got such a kick out of it because when it rains on you or snows on you like it would in Woody Creek, you come in the house and you smell like a wet dog. And he loved like doing that to people. The people go like, what in the hell? And like, my dog. You know, that's the dog right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so are you filming this too? This is whatever you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
When did you meet him?
I met him, let me drink your magic coffee here. Whose coffee is
Laird
this?
Hamilton's
magic
Laird
coffee.
Hamilton's Superfoods.
I met him, it was one of those years, maybe it was after my first real year on Saturday Night Live, maybe it was 1977, like the summer of 77. I was asked by Lorne Michaels, the producer of Saturday Night Live, if I had to go to, our season had ended, I'd gone to California. And he asked if I would drive his Volkswagen convertible, Bug, back cross country for him. I'm like, yeah, sure. Well, a week or two later, it's like, where's my car? I'm like, you didn't give me a time limit, So I visited people on the way. So I made some stops. I visited my friend John Thompson in Reno, biggest little city in the world, and we were, threw our cups out the roof and stuff like that. Had a really nice time there. And then I wanted to go to Aspen. I'd never been to Aspen before. And so I went to Aspen and stayed at the Jerome Hotel. I can talk like this because this show is like endless, right?
Yeah.
So went to the Jerome Hotel, which was like the place to go back then. And it was off season, which is the best time of year to go to any resort town, is like when all the tourists are gone and the citizens regain control of their town for a while.
Yeah.
So the Jerome Hotel, which would have been full of like knucklehead skiers from anywhere, was only full of like the people that worked the town and lived in the town. And they took over the bar, and they took over the swimming pool, which was outside. So I was there, and it was just, I remember being there, and they were like beautiful girls and this really funny guy. And I didn't know who he was. And we just had the most fun, making girls laugh. That's kind of what, may or may not have been the reason I was brought here. But, that's, so we just had the most fun doing it. And then we had this sort of episode where, we did an escape act, and it had, consequences. We started talking about an escape act, underwater escape act, and I felt like I could do it. And he, you really think you could escape underwater?
Oh, no.
And I said, yeah, I think I could do it. I think I could do it because so we agreed to, I agreed to be a subject. You have to know, I did not know who this guy was. I just thought he was like a funny guy, So, and we were like showing off for girls and stuff and being stupid. And it was fun. We were just having fun. So I was tied with socks to a lawn chair and lowered into the pool. But just before we went, I said, hey, just in case I want to take a breath while I'm untying my sock knots, move me over here to where it's like 6 feet, So if I have to stand up,
right, you're not
I can take a breath and go back down and continue my untying, So I went in and, I was untying, and I could tie some knots, even with socks. So after a little bit, I thought earlier, I was like, maybe I'll just take a quick breath and go back down. Well, I stood up. Well, try it, Joe. Lash yourself to a chair and try to stand up.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well, I'm a little over 6 feet, but if you're tied to a chair, you don't get to fully extend your calves any more than that. So tied to a chair. I'm only like 5'8"
You couldn't get out of the water.
or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And it was funny to see like that camera shot of like, there are people up there and I can't reach them or speak to them because I'm still underwater. So that's when I started to work more feverishly on the knots. And I kind of was going, hey, this is,
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning with my head, like push me down to 5 feet instead of 6 feet, so. But he was strong enough, and because I was buoyant in the water, he just picked up the chair out of the water. So I lived through it. But it was a funny way to meet someone. And the next day I found out that this was Hunter S Thompson.
You never asked him his name?
No. He never asked me my name. I don't know that he knew who I was either, I think he thought I was just a funny guy, and we were kind of like holding court and being funny.